Good morning, friends. My name is Rakesh Kumar Kuntia. Today we are going to see on IELTS, that is International English Language Testing System. We are going to see how the exam is framed for IELTS and what is the pattern of examination that comes in IELTS. So basically, before IELTS, it is an international standardized test of English language proficiency of non-native English language speakers. This exam is managed by British Council, IDP, IELTS Australia, and Cambridge Assessment English. This examination system was established in 1989, which is one of the major English language tests in the world. IELTS is accepted by most American, Australian, British, Canadian, European, Irish, and New Zealand academic institutions by over 300 academic institutions in the US and by various professional organizations across the globe. This is one of the securest English language tests which is approved by the UK Visas and Migration. For visa customers applying for both inside and outside the United Kingdom, which meets requirements for immigration to Australia, whereas the test of English as a foreign language, that is TOEFL, and Pearson test of English academic are also accepted in New Zealand. In Canada, we have seen IELTS, TEF, and CELPIP are accepted by the immigration authority. So this kind of examination system, which is an acronym of the IELTS, International uh, English Language Testing System, which is a standardized test, which is either a computer delivered or a paper based, which is available in two modules. That is, one is academic and also general training. The IELTS also partners for the IELTS life skills, a speaking and a listening test used for UK visas and immigration. This is the administrator and developer for IELTS is British Council, IDP Education, Cambridge Assessment English. The skills and knowledge required are listening, reading, writing, and speaking of the English language. The purpose of this examination is to access the English language proficiency of non-native English speakers. This was started in the year 1980, which is approximately 41 years from 2021. The duration of the test for listening includes 40 minutes, which includes 10 minutes of transfer time in paper-based test. Reading includes 60 minutes, that is 1 hour. Writing includes 60 minutes, that is also 1 hour. The speaking includes 11 to 14 minutes. Then the total time frame of the exam is 2 hours 55 minutes. The score and the grading ranges from 0 to 9 in 0.5 band increments, and the validity of this examination is 2 years, that is 24 months, and this is offered up to 4 times a month, up to 48 times a year. So the countries, regions, more than 1600 test centers in over 140 countries are utilizing this services from I to appear this exam of IELTS. The languages we is taken proficiency is in English. So the annual number of test takers is 3.5 million. This statistics is of as of 2018. The prerequisites eligibility criteria is there is nothing as such as a prerequisite to take the test. Anybody intended for a non-native English speakers can take the test. The fees is around $50, and the scores and the grades used by more than 10,000 colleges, agencies, and institutions over 140 countries. So the official website for IELTS is www.ielts.org, where you can just go and check the information on more about IELTS. So we're going to see the IELTS test structure, the characteristics, the modules, the four parts of IELTS test: listening, reading, writing, speaking. What is the score, the band scale IELTS, and the CFR. The conversion table results location and dates, linking of IELTS score to TOEFL IBT scores, linking of IELTS bands to PTE scores, global test scores, the countries with highest average range scores, countries with highest average scores for general training for academics, results by first language of test take, general academic also in the general training and also in the result taken by first language of English taken in academics. We're also going to see the academic institutions which considers for IELTS, that is United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, Hong Kong, and non-native English-speaking countries. With this, we're also going to see the immigration process in countries like Australia, New Zealand, Canada, United Kingdom, and other proficiency English tests all beyond IELTS. What does it include as such? Coming to the history of IELTS, coming to the background of IELTS, coming to the what is the base of IELTS, we're going to see about this examination on uh, English language testing services IELTS, as IELTS was then launched in 1980 by the Cambridge English Language Assessment, then known as the UCLES, that is UCLES, that is Cambridge English Language Assessment and the British Council. It had an innovative format which reflected changes in language learning and teaching, including the growth in communicative language learning and English for specific purposes. The test takers were intended to reflect the use of English language in the real world. During the 1980s, the test takers, the numbers were low, that is 4,000 in 81, rising to 10,000 in 85, and there were practical difficulties administering the test. As a result, IELTS revision project was set up to oversee the redesign of the test in order to have the international participation in the redesigning the program. The International Development Program of Australian universities and colleges, that is IDP, International Development Program of Australian Universities and Colleges, now known as IDP. IELTS Australia joined the Cambridge English Language Assessment and the British Council to form the international partnership which delivers the test at this current date. The partnership was reflected in the new name for the test, that is the International English Language Testing System IELTS. This went live in 1989. Test takers took two non specialized modules, listening and speaking, and two specialized. The test takers were allowed to take the two uh, non specialized modules and two specialized modules. Non specialized modules include listening and speaking, and two specialized modules include reading and writing. The test taker numbers rose approximately 15% every year, and by 95, there were 43,000 test takers in 210 test centers around the globe. IELTS was revised again in 1995 and with three main changes. There was one academic reading module and one academic writing module. A reading module, a writing module. Previously, there had been a choice of three field specific reading and writing module. The thematic link between the reading and writing tasks was removed to avoid confusing the assessment of reading and writing ability. The general training reading and writing modules brought into line with the academic reading and writing modules the same timing, length of responses and reporting of scores. Further, with the advances, with the revisions in 2001, we had this revised speaking test and also revised new assessment criteria was writing in 2005. The IELTS characteristics uh, includes academic one and also the general training, which are designed to cover the full range of ability from non-user to expert user. The American version is to take test takers who want to study at territory level in an English speaking country or seek professional registration. The general training version is to take test takers who want to work, train, study at a secondary school or migrate to an English speaking country. The difference between academic and general training versions is the content, the context, and the purpose of the tasks. All the features, such as timing, allocation, length of written responses, and reporting of the scores, are same. IELTS academic and general training both incorporate the following features. IELTS includes ability to listen, read, write, and speak. The module is a key component of IELTS. It is conducted in the form of a one-to-one interview with an examiner. The speaking module examiner assesses the test taker as he or she is speaking. The speaking session is also recorded for monitoring and remaking the case of an appeal against the scores given. A variety of accents and writing styles have been presented in test materials in order to minimize linguistic bias. The accents in the English listening speaking section are generally 80% British, Australian, New Zealand, and 20% are only American. This IELTS is developed by experts from the Cambridge English Language Assessment Center with inputs from the writers from around the world. Teams are located in the US, Great Britain, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and other English speaking nations. Band scores are used for each language subskill listening, reading, writing, and speaking. The band scale ranges from 0, did not attempt the test, to 9, the expert user. That is, I repeat again, the band scale ranges from 0 to 9, 0 being did not attempt the test, 9 being the expert user. Coming to the structure of IELTS, there are two modules. One is the academic module and one is the general training module. So, there are also separate tests offered by IELTS test partners called IELTS Life Skills. IELTS Academic is intended for those who want to enroll in universities and also the other institutions of higher education, and for professionals such as medical doctors and nurses who want to study or practice in English speaking country. IELTS general training is intended for those planning to undertake non-academic training or gain work experience or immigration purposes. IELTS life skill is intended for those who want to prove their English speaking efficiency, listening skills of a common European framework of reference for languages, which are levels A1 or B1, and can be used to apply for a family of a settled person visa, indefinite leave to remain, or citizenship in the UK. The four parts of the IELTS include listening, reading, writing, speaking. The listening includes 30 minutes, the reading includes 60 minutes, the writing includes 60 minutes, the speaking includes 11 to 14 minutes. The total duration of the time is 2 hours and 45 minutes. This listening, reading, and writing are completed in one sitting. The speaking test may be taken on the same day itself, or it can take 7 days or before or after the other tests. All the tests takers take the same listening, speaking, while reading and writing tests differ depending on whether the test taker is taking the academic or general training versions of the test. In listening, in reading, in writing, in speaking, we are going to see in detail and also the band scores in our next video, where we understand more on IELTS, and also we're going to see different universities which give preference to IELTS. So till then, have a nice day. Bye bye, and please do not forget to like and subscribe my channel to get more notifications. Don't forget to click on the bell icon. Bye bye.